So just a quick update on my Atom for you guys. Please do let me know if you like these videos, by the way. I think a lot of people do like these from the comments and messages that I receive, but please let me know in the comments what you think, or if you know me directly, just reach out to me on WhatsApp. But I just got the car back from Kugan, and it had a few things changed on it. So I've got, the first thing I had was I had a track set up on it. So now it's got quite a bit of negative front and rear camber. So I don't know if this comes out in the video, but the front is now negative 2.5 degrees. You can visibly see in person, especially, like they lean right in now. So there's a lot more than what there was before. I think it was a half a degree standard negative camber when you get the car from the factory, unless you spec the track setup. Ariel called this the Top Gear setup. And if I just show you a very rudimentary way of, so you can visibly see how much front camber there is. It's quite 2.5 degrees, actually equates to quite a bit. I know this is not that scientific, but you get the idea. You can see it's leaning in quite a bit. And the rear, not so much. The rear is I think it's 2 degrees on the back, but again you can see the rear is leaning in a lot more, and there's a bit more rear toe as well. The front is neutral, I believe, 0 degree toe. But I took it out on the road just a couple of days ago, and I can immediately even feel the difference on the road. There's so much more front end grip. It just feels much more, I feel a lot more confident in the car. And these ZZR tyres, as I've mentioned before, they're really good on track, but on the road, yeah, they take a lot of heat to get them to work. So the other thing I've had changed on this is the master clutch cylinder. So now it has an AP Racing one, which is 10 times better than it was before. So under there you can just see, so that's it there, the AP Racing one. It's a lot smaller than the Tilton one that was on there before. And the clutch pedal was really firm now. It's really nice. So I've got the gear changes perfect now, the perfect clutch feel. And my other video I did around the gear linkage, Acuity bushings, is just lovely. It's really nice to drive, and with this camber and the track setup, I'm pretty happy. So the next thing is to take it out on track. If I could get on a track day at the moment, they're all kind of booked up. But yeah, I'm keeping my eyes peeled for a track day. The other thing I wanted to talk about is, I think I mentioned this before a little bit, but when I first got this car, I had it pretty much PPF'd. I'll put a picture showing all the PPF on the car. But if you do get an Atom 4, then you get the carbon bonnet, or any of the carbon fibre actually, you really want to protect it. This one's been protected, PPF'd. It's a satin finish. You can't see it really, even in person. The only thing you can really see is if you look here, you can just see where the PPF outline is. So my detailer did a very good job there, and all the wishbones, A-arms have been protected. So this front one here, you can't see it again, it's satin. This is a satin one. This top one here, around the lights here, you can't see, but it is there. These wheel arches that have been done completely from top to bottom. I've had the suspension, the chassis tubes here. These are prone to chippings underneath here. So you can just see the line there. So it's been done up to about here. And these chassis tubes here have all been done to stop stones from flicking up. Anyway, I've had a lot of PPF done. It's something like 47 pieces. But the bit I didn't get done was actually the drive shafts. I know the drive shafts don't really take that much of a battering, but they can. And I happen to have some PPF, so you can just see in there. So this is the right hand one. It's slightly longer than the left. So yeah, I'm just going to cut out some PPF now, and I actually have some. It doesn't need to look brilliant because you're not going to see it. It's just there for protection to stop stones from chipping the paint off, and then of course once the paint comes off it's going to rust. So this is just to really protect it. So I've cut out the bit of PPF for the right hand drive shaft, and it measures, if you want to do this to your car, what you need is it's about 271 mil long, and then the depth of it, and this depth is, there's a little bit of overlap, but a tiny bit of overlap, is about 83 mil. You can just about see it there. If you want it to be no overlap, then it would be about 80 mil, and that should wrap around the drive shaft quite nicely. So now the next step is to stick it on. Of course you need to clean the drive shaft off, or the dirt off, so that's the next job. So this is what it looks like afterwards. It's difficult to get the camera in there actually. You can see that. Yeah, it's difficult to get the camera in there, but so that's all been done now. I actually also did these rear arms here. I didn't actually have the backs of these arms done, the back of the A-arms done, so I just put some gloss PPF on there, on the top and the bottom one, because I think these are going to get stone chipped, if I'm quite honest. And I'll probably end up getting my detailer to replace this when the car's next there with some satin to make it look a bit nicer. But as I mentioned, you can't really see it because it's so far back here. I don't know, I might just leave it. Who knows? If I can be bothered to get that changed, I will. So for the left-hand drive shaft, it measures, the perfect width of it is 208 millimeters, and again, of course, the depth or the width, the circumference around it is, I've used 83 mil again, which is a slight overlap, just so you don't actually come up short. If you apply it slightly incorrectly, it will wrap around the whole drive shaft. So like I say, it doesn't really matter what it looks like because you're not going to see it. It's just there to protect the paint, basically. And there we have it, the left-hand drive shafts, PPF applied. So that's it, job done. So it's completely protected now. It's a little bit tricky getting in there, but like I say, it doesn't need to look brilliant, but you can't really see it, that PPF on there, which is good. So highly recommended. Probably best to get your detailer to do it if you get your car PPF, just to ask him to add the drive shaft, because I didn't do that. The other update on this car is the sports exhaust, which I did a short video of that the other day, actually, what it sounds like compared to the standard. This is the sports exhaust with a single exit, and it doesn't tarnish as much from what I'm told. I've run this for about 100 miles now, and there is no tarnishing. I don't think it generates as much heat, and it sounds mega. Sounds pretty. I'm pretty happy with it. And the other one's up here. The other one's up there. It's got the 2 exit. This one's polished. I polished that myself, but the other one isn't. I probably will polish it at some stage. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for this update. Cheers.